Hello friends, subscribers, and fellow survivors of narcissistic abuse. Welcome back to Diary of a Narcissist's Ex-Wife. My name is Meredith, and these are my true stories, thoughts, and opinions. I have another Sussex fairy tale for you today. This is actually take two because in the first video, YouTube would not let me make it public for some reason, and I don't know why that is, so this is take two. I'm going to leave out maybe what made them not want to put it up. So we left off the Duchess. I'm just going to say the Duchess, no names, but we should know who I'm talking about, right? The Duchess had received the moon bump from the moon goddess. So that's where we left off. The Duchess began to wear the moon bump and told herself that her husband and the kingdom would never discover her deception. But alas, the Duchess made many mistakes with the moon bump. Some days, she forgot to wear it at all. Some days, it was smaller than it had been the previous day. One time, the uncooperative moon bump even fell to around her knees as she was leaving a royal engagement. She began to cradle the moon bump constantly to keep it from falling again, but the people could not forget what they had seen. Prince Harry and the wise people of the kingdom now knew that the Duchess was really not with child and that she had been trying to deceive them. The prince and the people of the kingdom were very angry with the Duchess, and the people wanted her deception exposed and wanted her banished from the kingdom. And so the Duchess began to weave her dastardly spell to gaslight the prince and the people of the kingdom into believing she was with child, even though they had seen plenty of evidence with their own eyes to know that she was not. Duchess Meghan knew there wasn't a spell strong enough to gaslight the whole kingdom, so she created a spell that would make Prince Harry and the most gullible people of the kingdom believe she carried a child. As the prince slept, she stroked his hand, sprinkled him with sugar, and chanted her spell over him. In thine eyes my belly grows, though I'm not pregnant, the kingdom knows. If the bump comes undone and falls, we do not speak of it within these walls. In thine eyes, this is your baby. To the rest of the kingdom, maybe. And so the wicked Duchess resolved to ride out the rest of her pretend pregnancy, knowing that only some of the people of the kingdom believed she was with child. Finally, it came time for the Duchess to give birth. She waited for news from Cotswold, where the fair maiden was awaiting the birth of her princely husband's heir. But alas, when the child was born, he never took a breath, and his soul flew to the heavens. Duchess Meghan began to panic, for it was beyond time for her to produce an heir, and even those under her deceitful spell were beginning to ask questions. The Duchess knew that she was running out of time. She knew there was no time to get the fair maiden with child again. She needed a child who had already been born. And so she fell back on the plan she had used to find the fair maiden. She called her courtiers to her and bade them search the whole kingdom to find the newborn child in the realm who most resembled her husband, the prince. To hasten them on their journey, she offered 1,000 extra gold pieces to the courtier who brought back the child she approved of, an additional 1,000 pieces of gold to buy their silence. She sat back and waited impatiently for their return. So, that's that installment. I hope you liked it. I'm going to try to put one every day up if my creative juices keep flowing. If you have any ideas, let me know. If you can think of anything for me to write a story about. If you like my stories, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if there's anybody that you know who is a survivor of a narcissistic relationship or you think is involved with a narcissistic relationship, please share my channel with them. And right now, we're just trying to have a little fun with narcissism. It's a very serious business, but if we can laugh at it, let's. I'll talk to y'all again soon. Have a good evening. Peace.